Rappers. Hello, Jamna Rappers. Hi, Jamna Rappers. Hi, Jamna Rappers. Hello, everyone. Are there any rappers in the house today? Maybe a couple rappers here, maybe a few. Hey. We'll come back anyway. How's the volume of everything? Is it okay, guys? Let me know. Gigglesmuku, how are you? Well, I'm doing good, but well, hang on. Let me make it this one. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, I'm just a little shy today, so tricky. So I wanted to make a stream about it because I feel nervous today. Okay. Tricky. Because when I'm on stream, you might think to yourself, "Wow, Gigglegoo, how outgoing of you! You seem like an outgoing and yappy girl." And I would tell you, yes, I am on stream. In real life, I'm like this. I'm like that, and you would never even know, because when you see me on stream, I'm like yap, but I'm really just like that, and you would just not even know in life. You just wouldn't even know. Yeah, and it's tricky. Yes, I'm a little nervous. I do have the doctor later today, but no, it is not about the doctor. I know I am shy. So my parents every year have people over that like aren't like, you know, like family friends. You know what I mean? And it's scary. Since Gap, you do seem to hold your own very well on stream, especially in collabs. How do you do it? I try my best to just not care what the people I'm collabing with think. You know, because I think the main thing that makes me afraid is, especially with other girls, is the idea that they're judging me or they think I'm annoying. But if I stop caring, if like, I try to take everything at face value and think, well, if they are judging me, if they think that I'm annoying, they can let me know. They can let me know. If not, I'm just going to try to do my own thing. But if I'm being you know, annoying and bothering them, it's better to think, well, hopefully they'll be mature adults and let me know, instead of me before being like, oh well, I'm just not going to speak to people at all, because if I speak to people at all, I must be such a annoying inconvenience to them, you know. I just am like, no, they should let me know. That's kind of on them at that point, you know. Yeah, but yeah, every year my parents invite people over, and it's my mom that does, not really my dad. And there was like 18 people at my house yesterday. I swear, 18, and it was awful. It was horrible. Yeah. Yeah, it was horrible. And my mom will like invite all of her friends over and like they'll like hang out. And it's like horrible. And my house is a small house. So I'm in my room and oh my goodness, they're having some wine and drinks and stuff, so everyone's loud as hell. And I'm in my room with my headphones on with like the fan on, so like it drowns out the noise a little bit with a blanket over my head, and yet I can still hear of like ladies giggling, laughing, and like it's just so so awful. Yeah. Yeah, they're people I don't know. No. These aren't family friends. The worst thing is I don't know them. Anyway, my dad doesn't like either. So last night at like 5 p.m. before they came, my dad's like, let's blow this joint, giggles. And I'm like, really, Dad? You'll do that for me? And he'll be like, yes, giggles. Let's blow this joint. Let's go get some food. And I was like, yes! Yes! So we went for dinner. And which was very nice. Yeah. And we went to get Japanese food, which was nice. I ate a lot yesterday. I got sushi, and then I had teriyaki tofu and rice. Nom 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 nom. And then my dad snuck in with him in the car a box of favorites, which is like this big box of chocolates, and he's like, giggles, I have something for us. And I was like, what, Dad? What is it? He's like, and he whips out the box of favorites and he's like, take your pick your poison. And I was like, there's no way. And I had some chocolates. I had crunchy, I had a picnic, I had twirl, I had some of those mint ones. Ooh, so good. Delicious. I just had normal chocolate too. Yeah. And anyway, so we drove around a little bit. We were gonna go for a walk and then we didn't end up going because it was late and dark by the time that we were getting back. We were out for like maybe 2 hours, I think. And then when we were back, when we were gonna drive up the driveway, there was this lady and her husband. They were coming into the like house, and my dad's like, no, and I'm like, what, Dad, what? He's like, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. Why did she bring her husband? And I was like, oh no. He's like, I'm gonna have to talk to him now. Ugh. And he was really upset, and he's like, let's drive around just a few more laps. And I was like, okay. I like the Turkish Delight. My dad eats the Turkish Delights. I think I've only had Turkish Delight one time because my dad always eats them. Yeah. Anyway, so we drove around the block a few times, and then we came in, and I snuck sneaky pop on my little tippy toes. He's like, Giggles, you can book it as soon as you get in. You can run. And I was like, okay. And I went on my little tippy toes and I was running. Like tip 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 tip. My mom sees me from the hallway and she's like, hi, Kiki! Blows my cover. Damn it. Could you not see that I was sneaking? I was sneaking like a cartoon character. I literally was sneaking and getting caught in the act. Like tiptoes and everything. And I was like... The jig was up. And I get so scared. And I was like... And then everyone in the house looked at me. Or at least everyone who was near her. And I got so scared because everyone was looking at me. And I was like... Hi. And then I go into my room. But then... I don't know, everyone was so loud. My parents understand that I don't want to interact with their friends when they're drinking. Not when they're drinking, because these are people that my mom knows that like I don't know. If it was like family friends, that would be different. I would say hello. But these are people I don't know. My mom's made a few friends the last 10 years, I just don't know. So like I'll just be like, hey, and I'll go like into my room and not talk to them, and then like she's never like mean about it, which is nice because she understands. Anyway, so it was fine until I think drinks were starting to flow and people were getting louder. In particular, there was this one lady who was so loud. Everything she was saying needed to be yelled for some reason. Right near my door, by the way. Like, everything she said. She was talking to this other lady, and everything she said needed to be yelled. Yeah, and I wanted a coffee. But I didn't want to go out there and make it. So I said, I messaged my mom and I said, Mom, can I please get a coffee? And she's like, why don't you come out and make it? I'm like, no, because everyone's out there and I don't want to. I'm sorry. I don't have to have one, but like, if it's okay, could I vote if it's not too much trouble? And she's like, okay. And she made me a coffee and she came in. She did say sorry. She was like, I'm sorry about that lady. I can't remember what her name is, but she named her. She's like, I'm never inviting her again. She's so loud. Oh, the last hour? You think it... sorry, at that hour? Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what was happening. I just wanted something to calm the nerves. I don't even know what I wanted. And I think asking my mom to make a coffee makes me feel like I have some control in the situation. Because I feel really trapped. Because I know neither of my parents would want me walking at that hour. Because it's very late and dark. But I felt really trapped. I know, and when people are loud like that, it almost makes me feel physical pain. I don't know if that's like really like extreme or... I have my headphones on, but like feeling trapped and like things are loud, like it makes me feel physically like upset. And like wanna like bang my arms on the walls and my hands on the walls and stuff, which I wouldn't do because I don't want to like ruin anyone's night, but it makes me want to do that. Because I don't like the loudness and I don't like people I don't know. Yeah. Worst bit is, this is the real kicker. This is not my parents' fault. I think my mom just invited some real weirdos. But someone, I needed to go tinkle. So I peep, went to go sneaky tinkle. I opened the door to the toilet. And then I'm like, pee on the floor! Someone missed the seat and peed on the floor. I'm not kidding you. someone just some reason just missed the seat, and people just, it seemed like someone had stepped on it too. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I just like went to my parents' toilet at that point. Like, I had to like tiptoe and then was like, yeah. No, there was no wiping. It was like a puddle. It was disgusting. So I just went to my parents' toilet and I messaged my mom and I said, someone peed on the floor. Yeah, I don't know. I think what ended up happening is my parents had wine, but then they invited some new... I think my mom invited some new people who were like... maybe drinkers who brought their own alcohol, so then there was like double alcohol. But they were drinking, but they weren't like drinking. It wasn't like a party like that. Like, it was not supposed to be like that. So I think some people just went too far, but it was like not supposed to be like that. Anyway, I always get scared though because I don't have a lock on my door, so when I got scared after that people may have been drinking, so I sat on the other side of my door because I was scared someone might come in. I don't know why, I just got nervous. But you know what? If someone ever came into my room, I would throw hands. I'd kick them and throw a shoe at them. But I was really upset because everyone was being so loud and I felt awful for little man. And I took little man into my bed and gave him a cuddle. Because people were loud and little man, well, he's only an old man. And his ears don't work as well as they used to, but he still can hear very well. Even if he... No, he was okay. I mean, he seemed fine. I was clearly more stressed than he was, but... I went and gave him a cuddle. And he seemed to feel better after a cuddle. And he went night-night. So I helped him go to sleep. He fell asleep on my chest and we just relaxed for the rest of the evening. And it was better after I cuddled little man. I felt better then. Yeah. But it's hard not to feel like... I guess the reason why I called the stream what I did was... It's hard... It's hard not to, like... feel like a loser. Like... when things like that happen. You know? Makes me feel like an old lady and like... oh, how annoying people are like being social. Oh no. You know? And then... and like, oh... I can't handle it because I'm just such a loser that doesn't like to socialize. And... oh, I can't even like function and have a normal conversation with my parents' friends. Like, I probably am so embarrassing. Yeah. I didn't and was trying to frame someone? What, the peeing on the floor? No, that wasn't, no! I didn't even get to the toilet. I went to the other toilet and then had a tinkle. Yeah. Well, at least it's only once a year that this happens. When, like, my parents invite, like, family, friends over, it's always fine. Like, I mean, I never, like, am yappy, but I don't have trouble saying hello because some of them, like, I have known since I was like, a kid, you know, so... like, when my dad invites his friend from work, his friend from work is always cool. He's got a daughter like my age, so he knows, like, oh, and he likes Warhammer and stuff. So he always like is very nice to me and is like my dad's best friend. So he's always fun, you know, to say hello to. And then some of my mom's friends who are ladies are very nice as well. My mom's friend who is an accountant helped me a little bit with my taxes and stuff last year. So, like, you know, there's a few of my parents' friends who were cool. I think they just like maybe invited some new people who they didn't, you know, even though like they should be old enough to know how to conduct themselves socially, like they didn't, because my mom was like, I'm never inviting these people again. I've never invited them before. So yeah. Were they American? No. It was weird that it was like on the 4th of July though. But no, it wasn't like a 4th of July party or anything. They just kind of do it around this time. I don't really know why though. But they do it around this time every year. Yeah. Why is your Josh? Cause it's 4th of July. So people may think that they're trying to celebrate. But I thought that it would be a good theme and a funny theme for today's stream because, like, did any of you guys have to do anything for 4th of July, or did your parents invite anyone over or something that, like, made you feel similar to me? I thought maybe we could all, like, you know, those of you who are Americans, does anyone have any fun experiences today where we can relate to, like, not having trouble socially? Let me know. Or any similar experiences to mine. It is kind of awkward because, like, my biggest fear is, like, when I'm out of the house, like when me and my dad were out, that, like, they looked at in my room. That's, like, my biggest fear is for my parents' friends to see my room. I don't want to embarrass my parents. Yeah. You were at Anime Expo. Oh, you wish you were at Anime Expo. I'm out with my family. Anime Expo is so expensive. Was it fun? Like, are you having fun though? You get the feeling, but you're not American. That's fair. That's fair. Fireworks are going off outside your house right now. Oh, cool. No 4th of July, but parents invited yes that I've hated. Yeah. We made burgers for dinner to celebrate. Oh, that's cool. You're at a gun range? What? Champy, I could not imagine you at a gun range. You're such a fellow. Yeah. You drink to remove those fears? I just don't really like drinking. Like, I don't know. In the last, like, what, 5 years, I've only drank, like, maybe, like, 5 times. Because, like, drinking makes me feel yucky. And, like, especially when stuff like this happens, like, it just makes me kind of feel yucky about people that are drunk. Like, I don't feel like it's cool. But, like, when I have drank, it's been, like, a glass of wine or something, you know, like, with my family. Or, like, I've drank a beer on stream, you know? Yeah. For Canada Day, the bus was free, but I had to wait 45 minutes for it. Tricky! I'm doing alright. Yeah. I remember driving my dad and his friends home, and his friend says he's gonna light a joint, so I got mad and told him off. You don't say that in front of your dad's, like, kid. That's weird. It's not cool after a certain age to drink. Yeah. I feel like it's not cool once you turn 18. Yeah, because that's like the legal age. I guess maybe some kids feel rebellious drinking underage, and then once you turn 18, it's like, meh. I don't know. Even though drinking underage isn't good. I think that's how a lot of people feel here in Australia. You might have drank 5 times in your life. That's fair. You're having fun, but your mom is a little warrior. I sometimes drink. I have to be worried about how much, as my family has alcoholics. Yeah, none of my family is alcoholic or anything. I don't think. My family has a list of sometimes mental problems. Not my parents, but my grandparents. But alcoholism is not a thing that I've had to worry about in my family. Yeah. I feel bad for anyone that has to experience alcoholics, because then you probably have to deal with annoying drinking every night. You've never drank alcohol in your life? Is that true? Is that true? But like, does anyone know what I mean? Like, you know, when there's other people around and like having fun and socializing, and you just are kind of there and like you don't talk to anybody, and it's like you feel embarrassed, but also you feel like they're embarrassing themselves because they're acting stupid. Because that happens all the time to me. Yeah. That happens like all the time. Even like, I mean, not even a party. Thing is, I have never actually gone to a party before. I've just like, there's been parties at my house because of my parents, if it counts, but I've never been to a party. I mean, besides from like a birthday party when I was a kid, but I don't know if that counts. And I've also never been in a nightclub. And the only time I've been in a pub or a bar was with my parents when we get like chips and like a burger. Yeah. Because all that stuff, it feels scary to me. I remember a different friend of my dad playing Call of Duty split screen with me, and then my dad was passed out drunk on my bed. Oh, that's horrible. Your mom got so angry. It's tough when your parents don't act like parents, I would assume. Yeah. If I go out there, they're going to ask questions that I don't have a good answer because of what I do. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, loud and miserable. Who's going to nightclubs anyways, lol? My sister goes to nightclubs. But like, she goes with her girlfriend, so I don't know. I think they don't like interact with the guys. I think they just like hang out with each other. And like, I don't know. My sister's like, when she said that, I'm like, dang it. Like, you're so much cooler than me. But also, I don't know if that's something I even want to do. Yeah. Well, she doesn't go all the time, by the way, or anything like that. She just goes like every now and then, like, if there's like a special thing that's going on or a special event. And then more so, she goes for like special nights. Like sometimes they'll have like local bands that play, or like she likes going to those, like seeing bands that play or whatever. But but I don't know. I don't know enough about it. She said I should come and I said no. No, yeah, too much for me, but yeah. Like, what do you do? My answer is video games, and then I have to explain more games to a bunch of older people, and it's just not fun. Yeah, that's fair. Been in a nightclub once. Music was so loud you couldn't hear anyone. Drinks were extortionately priced. My mate left early and got depressed. He didn't get with a girl. Next night, he got chlamydia. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what? Well, you got what you wished for. You got a girl, and now you got chlamydia. That's why you don't do that. You don't want to get a disease. Yeah. That's tough. That's really tough. Yeah, at least now you have like a job that's like exciting to talk about, you know? Like a lot of people really like teachers and have a lot of questions for them too. Hello. If I ever do drink though, I'm for sure having someone keep me in check. Yeah, that's reasonable. I went to a cocktail bar with a bunch of middle-aged ladies. Does that count as cool? Was it with your mom and her friends? Because if so, yes, I think that's cool. I had a mocktail once when I was like 6 years old. And it was in a coconut. That was for my auntie's wedding. I was the flower girl. And that was in a coconut. I've never had a more fancy drink in my life. I peaked when I was like 6 years old. Yeah. One of my parents' older friends thought gaming meant gambling, so when I told him that I liked doing it at 16, he was flabbergasted. That's funny. Yeah, did I eat the coconut? No, because the coconut had no actual bits you could eat in it. Yeah. It gives you a headache drinking. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the kind of person that... Is that an Australian accent? Yes. It is. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that if I do drink, ever like... I feel like... And I don't know if it's a placebo or what, but I like feel... very drunk off of like 2 sips. I don't know. I don't know if that's like my brain being a placebo head or what, but yeah. I was a ring bearer for my big bro's wedding, but I just held an empty pillow because bro wanted his best man to handle the rings. What, you just held a little pillow? Yeah. I think the last time I went to a nightclub specifically, I might have been underage or early 20s. And maybe 2 to 3 times total. Been so many more house parties. House and office parties? What the heck? I never done that. My dad goes to office parties if like it's like end of year. But that's more like Christmas parties. But I don't even know what he does there. But it's like more fancy, like it's not like you're just drinking, like you have finger food and you more like talk to people and eat and have like a glass of wine. Yeah. I would really like to go to a party where there's no alcohol and instead you just eat the finger food. Wait, why don't we have a party, guys? So then we can all say that we've been to a party before. We can all make a little food, like a little piece of finger food. I can make fairy bread. And you guys can make finger food. And we can have, you know, Coke or a little drink. And we can play pin a tail on the gecko. Yeah. Yes, you can bring tater tots if you want to. You'll bake a key lime pie. Ooh, key lime pie. Oh, you want to get some little olives on the little sticks. Ooh. Ooh. You're going to play Crash Team Racing on PS1? That sounds so much fun. Halo 3 Big LAN Party. Yeah. You want Dr. Pepper and Chicken Tender. We can play Uno, we can play Monopoly. We can play Candyland, we can play Mousetrap. Hey. We can play Old Maid. We can play any game we wish. Wait, this is me. Wait, what does it say? This better not be mean. Wait, they don't know what don't they know what VTubers are? I wonder what little man thinks about this. What? Wish I was dreaming for Champy. That's true. That's such truth. That's the truth. Yeah. Without with Champy. Yeah. Old Maid is like a card game where you pass cards around and you have to try not to get the old maid or something. I believe. I don't know. I played it when I was younger. We can play Snap. When I was younger, I really liked playing Snap. I would force my sister to play Snap with me because I had like those crazy rabbit reflexes like Snap! Snap! If you don't know what Snap is, it's like... It's the most simple game. You get a stack of cards, you split it in half, and you shuffle your cards, and each person has to put a card down. And if you get the same kind of card, one on top of the other when you're placing it down, then you can go Snap! And then you get to pick up the cards. And then the person with the least amount of cards at the end wins. With the most amount of cards. You liked Risk? You know what? I didn't like Cluedo. Or Clue. Was it Clue or Cluedo? The mystery game, because I could never figure it out. I have played Go Fish. I can't even remember the rules, but I remember playing Go Fish. Yeah. I like Hungry Hippos too. Pluto, I'm mad because bad. Really. Have you played 52 Pickup? My dad taught me that. Yeah. My mother's father used to be an alcoholic, so my parents are really fussy when I drink at a restaurant, and they always bother me about it. And it always embarrasses me when they do that, and there's not much I can do or say about it. All I want to do is drink a cocktail or something other than beer at a restaurant without them treating it like a crime or something worthy of a lecture afterwards. I'm 34. I'm not even angry or a violent drunk, like my granddad apparently was. I'm a happy drunk. Well, I mean, yeah, that's really fair. That's really fair. I mean, if it's just like one drink, you know, that's a bit silly. But I get it, because my parents will lecture me about the same things over and over again too. So I do get it. Yeah. I'm happy that I don't have to worry about being an alcoholic though, even though I would be the worst alcoholic because I don't even drink. So I don't even think I could be an alcoholic. If I wanted, even if I wanted to. You're hearing fireworks now. Oh, yeah boy, yeah boy. The only thing like passed down to my family that I really have to worry a big amount about is like cancer. Like, my family gets a lot of cancer. So let's hope that I don't get cancer. I hope I don't. But I don't even know if I did, how I would even know. Like, how do you even know? I feel like I wouldn't know. But let's hope not. I should try not to worry about it. So... in North America, it's just called Clue. Though apparently Cluedo was originally created in England. Yeah, we called it Cluedo here. When am I singing the American National Anthem? I did yesterday. Everyone's family gets it once now, really? Hey, that's sad. I think the only reason why my parents are worried about it is because of my grandma. She passed really young, from cancer. Yeah. So, nails. Please don't. You haven't even done the cave story playthrough yet. That's so true. Yeah. It depends on what it is. Sorry to bring that up though. Yeah. But anyway, at least alcoholism isn't a thing, or like addiction. It must be really hard for people that have addiction in families and stuff. Like, when people are drinking, that's scary enough. I couldn't imagine like drugs. Ugh. Sometimes I watch that show Intervention on YouTube, and that makes me so sad. Because like people, like I feel like it gives me another side of the world, because I'd never see stuff like that. And then like there are people that come from such bad places with really bad addictions. Oh, I'm addicted to VTubing. I don't know if that counts. Like if I don't stream, I feel like all shaky, all upset. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have any like shows on YouTube you like to watch? I like watching Super Nanny. Is that bad? Super Nanny is one of my favorite YouTube shows to watch. Because Super Nanny Joe Frost always comes in and helps. Oh, It's Me All the Dog! That's one of my favorites! I love It's Me All the Dog! That's one of my favorites! That and Super Nanny, because that's literally just like Super Nanny but for dogs. That's one of my favorite ones. Best in Jess. I haven't watched that one. Yeah. I do like dashcam videos as well. They're fun. The compilations. I feel like I physically couldn't stop watching Hell's Kitchen. Oh, Hell's Kitchen is good. Yes, Super Nanny was a TV show, but they put them on YouTube now. Same as It's Me All the Dog. Yeah. I feel like Super Nanny is Kiki's hero. Well, the lady that's Super Nanny is so cool. I watched a few interviews with her, and she's like seems like a very actually a very good person. Yeah. Like she really cares genuinely and deeply about helping children and allowing them to have like the best childhood that they can. But she's like very straight up about it. I think she does a very good job. She's very professional. She's not like an actress. She was helping families before she was on TV. And she didn't mind. She said she wouldn't even mind if she got like fired, because she would still continue to do the same things, just on a lower scale. She'd still be helping families. I wish I was a rabbit nanny. Imagine if I was. I wish I was rabbit nanny. I wish I was a rabbit nanny too, because then I could help older rabbits in town. Did you know? Then I can help every rabbit. Yeah. Then I could be rabbit nanny. Like what I did yesterday with Little Man. I gave Little Man a cuddle yesterday, and a kiss, and I helped him go night-night. And I would do that with any rapper, because I think a lot of rapper, I mean, sometimes I do get a little upset. Okay, but all they need is a little bit of love and care, and then they'll be okay. When the rabbits threw me into space? Oh, I don't wish to discuss that. Oh, yeah. That was very upsetting. Yeah. Oh, Best and Jess is a show with two guys. Each have a fictional character image on their forehead and they need to guess what the character is. Oh, I think I played a game like that when I was in school. And that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was a long flight home. And I was really tired when I got back, but I was alright in the end, even though I was thrown up to space. I like to watch Cam Sandwich board game reviews. It's hilarious to see him riff on bad board games. I never knew there was board game reviewers. That's so cool. I feel like modern sensibilities would get offended at Super Nanny for what it teaches. All it teaches is that kids need structure. That's really it. They need structure and follow through and discipline. And not harsh discipline. You just need like firm but fair discipline when it's necessary. So then you can enjoy most of the times that you have with your children. I'm not saying that having children would be easy. You know, the reason why I start my Super Nanny watching is when I feel like, oh, you know, it'd be so nice to have children. I wish I had a baby. I could never have a baby and I'm so sad. And then like, I'm like, okay, now I'll watch Super Nanny. Because then I'm like, wait, kids can be really a pain in the butt. Yeah. People don't like that anymore. Discipline? I think most families do. It's just like the loud minority that soft parenting their children. Yeah. I remember watching Super Nanny with my mum when it was airing. Wasn't there a version with some evil British woman? Evil? No, there were no British. It was a British show, but she was never evil. Yeah. But again, unless like they have some kind of neurological disability, most kids, they just need good parents, really. Yeah. Yeah, no evil nanny. Nanny McPhee wasn't real. Oh my goodness, not Nanny McPhee. She was strange. Yeah, it was a different show with the same concept. Oh really? Oh, tricky. Tricky. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there needs to be better parenting for teachers. I feel bad for teachers, and especially like primary school teachers having to deal with basically being second parents and then their parents kind of undo that work at home. Yeah. Tricky. Do kids even go to school these days? I feel like they don't. A lot of kids just don't go. And they want to make the days that kids go to school. I remember I saw somewhere, I think it was it? It was somewhere in Australia, like Adelaide or something. But they were saying like, oh yeah, we want to have 4-day weeks. We want to have only 4-day school weeks for the kids. It's like, are you crazy? 4-day weeks? Only 4 days of school? It's crazy they get that much of a break in the first place. Like, what? No, they need 6 days at school. Yeah, but they were like, yeah, they need to have less time at school. Because for their anxiety. And it's like, what? Yeah, kids used to mine. They used to be deep in the mines. In the coal mines. Okay, they can go to school for 5 days. For like 6 hours a day. That's fine. Well, it's a systemic issue, I guess, or whatever they say. The reason why schools suck. A lot of kids are doing homeschooling. I think that's okay as long as your parents are good teachers. Or some like have you seen those parents that do the unschooling? Like they just never teach their kids anything. 4 days of school so they can mine on the 5th day. Yes, on the 5th day they go to the mines. Like the children, they yearn for it. Let's send the children to the mines on the 5th day for the weekend, and they'll be tired for the weekend. Yes, yes. Well, I don't know. When I went to school, some of the kids were annoying, but for the most part, like the teachers were great and the school was great. Maybe I was lucky. Like, good teachers really got me through school. I was such an annoying student at school. I was such a little know-it-all. I remember like being so annoying to my teacher when I did literature. Being like to her, hey, like, how was your weekend? Because I was so lonely. I didn't talk to anybody. I was like, let me talk to her. I'd also talk to the ladies in the office. Office ladies were awesome. And they'll do like, hey, Giggles, what's up? I'll be like, hey! How are you doing? Also, the librarian was awesome. I was like, do you have any recommendations? She's like, I don't know. I just work here. I don't know. And it's like, okay. What's news? What's up? You know. Having fun scanning books. And she'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good. Do you need any help? I'd be like, do you need any help putting books away? She's like, no, it's alright, I can do it. I'm like, alright, see you later. Kiki was that guy. Well, I wanted to help. Sometimes like they did let me help. I was also the girl that people and I would feel really special when they're like, okay, someone needs to hand out the papers. You do it, Kiki. I was like, yes. Let me hand out the papers. I'll do it. I remember we had a reading corner when I was like in primary school because we had like the same classroom for everything, mostly, except for a few classes. And we had to go to other classrooms like for other things, but mostly we were in like one core classroom. And we had like a little reading corner where you can go and read books, and it had like a little bookshelf. It was my time to shine because every day after reading time, I would make sure that the bookshelf was nice and organized. Because my mom sometimes did help out at school. She was helping sometimes to be an assistant teacher. And she would always talk about how hard it was for assistant teachers having to clean up the small things. And you weren't able to teach because you were like having to like do the small things. And I'd be like, oh, okay. So I've like made it my mission to keep this bookshelf tidy because I thought if I kept the bookshelf tidy, then the teachers wouldn't have to do it. And that would be easier for them to do their class. Yeah. They knew you wanted to do it and liked it. Makes sense to let you do those tasks. Yes. And when I was in school, I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why I was on the school council, because we had like a vote for school council. I think the reason why I was put in school council maybe was because the teachers also got a vote. And I think the teachers voted for me. I think that's one of the reasons why I got in. because they all really liked me. There were a few that didn't, but most of them always were like, they would always say that you're a conscientious and studious girl. Yeah, I love you as a student. I'll show my art to a chatty student like that, and they end up wanting me to teach them drawing. Oh no, yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, that's so cool. It's weird because I'm shy, but I feel like I was sometimes talkative to teachers because I've always been, when I was a kid, I was always better at talking to adults than I was other students. Yeah. And I always wanted to help the teachers and be a good student, because that was like the most important thing to me when I was in school, was to be a good student. I thought that was the most important thing in life. Because school is everything when I was young. That's like your whole world when you're a kid, because that's the place you go like every day. So it was really important to me. What was being on the student council like? It was cool. I really liked it. It was so much fun because I got to do tasks for the teachers, and I had special privileges. I was able to help out when we did assemblies, and like I used to be able to do announcements. Sometimes, I mean, I was always too nervous to do like the big announcements, but I would write the scripts for the announcements. And I was able to, what else did I do? I was able to help out when someone wanted to tour the school. Yeah. Yeah, I was able to help out, show people around. Does the student council make rules in Australia like Japan? No, we're kind of the rule enforcers. We can like say, oh, this might be a good thing to implement, but we kind of more like, I guess, like assistants for the teachers more so. Yeah, I was able to go in the teachers' lounge. Yeah. It's funny though, because people would try to annoy me as soon as I got that badge. When I put on the badge, everyone, no one cared about me till I put on the badge. Like I was invisible, and then when I became on the student council, people knew who I was, but I also was a bit of a target because people would break the rules in front of me and be like, you're on the student council, shouldn't you do something about that? And I was like, yeah, maybe, I guess. And I would like go tell the teacher. It's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go tell the teacher about it, because it's like something I gotta do. Sorry. Yeah. The burden of power. Do you have any crush stories from when you were in school? Not really. I don't know. Again, like, school is the most important thing to me. So, like, I was so interested in my schoolwork. I didn't really care about stuff like that. Actually, I remember when people started getting into relationships, I was like, I was like, wait, what? Why? We're like 12. What are you doing? But I was so confused. I was like, wait, we're kids. Why are you doing this? I felt like I was too self-aware. to really like understand. And I remember the most horrified I've been in my life was when people in my high school spoke about like doing sexual stuff. When I was in high school, they said that this girl went over to this guy's house and they did stuff, and I was like, wait, what? They're doing that? Because this was maybe my last 2 years of high school. I became the person that the popular girls could go to gossip, because they knew I wasn't going to tell anybody. I remember it was in one of my classes. The popular girls would come and talk to me for the novelty of being able to tell somebody something and not even be able to like come out. But like these girls told me that and I was like, oh, what? They're doing that? Ew. Like, why? And they're like, wait, what do you mean? They were just saying it in the they were saying it in the way that was like, oh, can't you believe he invited girls over to his house? Not that it was crazy that they did that. And they're like, wait, what? So like you've never done that? I was like, no. Like I'm 16. Why would I have done that? And they're like, yeah, exactly. You're 16. Why haven't you? And it's like, because like I'm a kid. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. It made me feel like, I don't know, sort of like different. Yeah. But anyway, so that was a time where people could tell me stuff like that. And I remember just being so horrified that people were doing that. I'm like, wait, what? Did you grow up religious? No, actually. My parents really wanted me to be able to have the choice as far as religion goes. I actually wasn't even taught about religion when I was young. But my family was Orthodox Christian, part of my family, and then another part of my family was also Catholic. So like it was like two different parts. My grandfather was Orthodox, and then his mother was Orthodox as well. And then on the other side, on my dad's side, they were all Orthodox. And then my auntie, my dad's sister, was Catholic. And then on my mom's side, they were religious, but it wasn't like Christian. I can't remember, but they weren't Christian. Yeah. But yeah, no, I never felt that way because I was religious. I only felt that way because maybe it was, I think because I took everything my parents said as gospel, if that makes sense. So if my parents said, oh, you shouldn't be dating or you shouldn't be in relationships because you're just a kid, you know, when I was 16, I was thinking, well, I shouldn't be dating and I shouldn't be in relationships and I shouldn't be thinking about that because I'm just a kid. Because they're my parents and like everything they say is absolute and true. Because they're my parents. And I think that's just like what it's like when you're autistic and you don't really speak to other people. It's like, oh, well, my parents know everything. So they know. So I'm going to listen to my parents. You know? And everything they say is facts because they're adults. So of course that's true. Yeah. You lived in a liberal area that also happened to have a lot of Christians. So growing up there was a bizarre divide of kids who thought other kids were weird / gross for doing / not doing naughty things. Oh. That's interesting. That's interesting. No offense, but I'm surprised you learned to drive. That must have been a big deal for you. I don't really like driving, and when I did learn to drive, it was really scary. My only motivation for learning to drive is I needed to get to work somehow. So that's why, like, that's really what motivated me. I also needed to drive so I could volunteer. Because I would have to drive out quite a little bit, and my parents had to drive me, and I didn't want them to have to drive me. So that's also why. So with those motivations, it made it easier for me to learn, but I don't like driving very much, and I try to avoid it as much as I can because it is scary. I don't really trust myself behind the wheel. Because, like, it's scary. Also, I'm really bad at driving as well. I don't even know why they let me out on the road. I don't even know. They shouldn't have given me a license, honestly. Well, I wish I had someone to drive me. How did I pass the test? I don't know. I mean, like, I practiced a lot and I knew the rules, so... But I feel like when I drive now, like, my head can go blank sometimes. And I'm like, wait, what? Do I have the right of way or do... Because I always doubt myself. I'm like, do I have the right of way right now or do I not? Because, like, I'm just gonna wait. And I'm just gonna, like, wait here. Just in case. And it's like, can I go into this lane or, like... I'm not allowed to. And we have lots of roundabouts here in Australia. And let me tell you, you guys don't have roundabouts in the US, I don't think. I think in the UK you guys have some roundabouts. You're so lucky you don't, because going in roundabouts sucks. I drive like an old lady. I am very slow. We have roundabouts some places, but we have them like every other street. Like if you're in a suburban area. Yeah. At least I'm not the fast kind of bad driver. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not, but I annoy people because I'm slow. Yeah. I also get really bad, like I never like yell at people or anything, but I feel like I get really annoyed sometimes when I drive. But then I feel bad after because I'm like, dang, I would have made that same mistake too. I shouldn't. Like, they probably didn't even mean to. Yeah. Slow is safer, but slow is also dangerous. Do you go, eh, when someone honks at you? I get so freaked out if someone honks at me because it's happened a few times. It happened the most when I had my L's on my car. Like, people would try to, like, yeah, mess me up. Did you learn to drive manual? Hell no, I did not learn to drive manual. No, I did not. And thank goodness I don't have to know how to drive manual. I have a lot of respect for people that can. I can't. I am not smart enough to do that. Yeah. Manual's fun. My dad drives manual. But I just can't because I don't like it. You know, only recently I realized what it meant to have like 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. You know, or whatever, like having, you know what I mean? I didn't know what that was until like 6 months ago. So that's how little I know about cars. Well, I didn't even realize my dad didn't my dad needed to explain it to me for about 30 minutes because I'm like, wait, you're telling me not all the wheels like turn all the time, like sometimes only 2 of them do? Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, the front and rear wheel drive. Yeah, I did not understand that until my dad taught me, and he had to explain it for so long. Because I'm like, wait, I don't get it. So you're telling me not all the wheels turn? I'd say that over and over again. He's like, yeah, no, sometimes it's only the front wheels and sometimes it's only the back wheels. And I'm like, wait, what? So you're telling me sometimes only 2 wheels, like, are the ones that are driving? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, what? How does that work then? That doesn't make any sense. And he's like, it actually does. Like, it, you know, it's like, it's physics. And I'm like, no, it's not. How does that work? That can't even be true. It felt like my whole world was ripped apart when I learned that. Yeah. Either you're pulling or pushing. I know, but I'm like, wait, why don't they just make all of the wheels turn? Like, why don't they just do all of them? And he's like, well, it's just, I mean, you can, but like, it's just different. Like, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And I'm like, wait, why? How does that work? He kept explaining to me, and then I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. And then he had to like explain it to me over and over again for like 30 minutes. Yeah. You can fix cars, you're a mechanic. Do you ever get scared that like when you're underneath the car that something's gonna fall on your head? Because I feel like I would be scared about that. But I always wanted to have one of those wheelie things that mechanics use. You know, the ones where they lay on their backs and they wheel around. Like, I wish I had one of those because that would be really fun to wheel around on. You don't need them all the time. I just feel like I would like the option. Didn't you have a bicycle? Yeah. Bicycle. Yeah. Being scared keeps you safe, that's true. Because I saw a video of a guy that was underneath the mechanic that was underneath the car, and something dropped and it almost dropped on his head, and I was like, oh no, that would be so scary. Please wear a helmet if you're a mechanic, and safety glasses. Yeah. No, I had a push bike, like just a normal bicycle, not a motorbike. Imagine if I did though. No, my dad is anti-motorbike. He's like, motorbikes are crazy. You will never be riding a motorbike ever. And he told me this when I was like a teenager. I don't know why he thought this would happen, but this happened multiple times. He's like, if a guy ever tells you to get on his motorbike, never do it. Kiki, you must promise me that you'll never get on a guy's motorbike. Ever. Never. If a guy invites you and says it's safe and even gives you a helmet, you're not safe. Don't get on the motorbike. And I'm like, okay, Dad. Like, he made me believe that it was like a normal, common, like, everyday experience for a guy to, like, ask someone to get on a motorbike. I have not been asked yet to get on someone's motorbike. That has yet to ever happened to me. It's like in school when they say to you, like, if someone offers you free, you know, like drugs, don't take it. It's like that has never happened. Yeah. Can you ride a regular bike, Kiki? Yeah, I can. I want to buy a bike someday. My dad's back to riding his bike again too. Well, not like right now, but he did ride his bike recently. His arms are still kind of sore though, but they got better really quick. Cause his nerves just had to rest. And his muscles. I would love a Vespa. My dad says Vespas are British things to ride. He said that's something that British tourists ride on. But I thought a Vespa could be fun. What about one of those scooters that like has there's the little car on the side of it? You know what I mean? Like the thing with the little car on, like the thing with the little thing on the side. Like in Harry Potter. I thought they were Italian. I don't know. Your father is a piece of work, lol! You take that back. Oh, there was a subculture in Britain where people liked Vespas. I think that's why. I think that's why he says... No, not to say it's a bad thing. He just says that sometimes you know someone's British because they're riding a Vespa. That's what my dad says. But I feel like that would be fun. Have you seen the super modded Vespas? They're so funny. No, I haven't. My mom had a Vespa and she is British. Yeah. My grandmother rode in a sidecar. I want to ride in a sidecar. Put me in a sidecar. One of these, wait. Hang on. Let me look up a photo. Oh, in the 60s. Like this, guys. Okay, how about... Because I don't know. I don't think this counts. Okay. I wrote in this counts. As getting on a motorbike with somebody. Okay. Okay. You on the motorbike, me in the sidecar like that. Okay? And we pop around the street. We pop around. Because then technically I get the motorbike experience. However, I am not on the bike. I am in the sidecar. You pop me in there. And I'll wear my goggles too and everything. Yeah. And a little helmet as well. Yeah. Audrey Hepburn rode a Vespa. Wait, that's so awesome. I like Audrey Hepburn. She's kind of glamorous. I like her more than Marilyn Monroe. Is that bad to say? I don't know if that's controversial. But Audrey Hepburn was classy. Marilyn Monroe was not as classy. Would call me crazy. Yeah. If I rode a horse, you know what would be fun? Like if I was riding a horse, I would want to do it with both of my legs over the same side. You know, like what royalty do? Or like fancy ladies. They ride with both of their legs over one side so they don't have to like put both legs over the horse. Yeah, like a side saddle kind of situation. Yeah. Wait guys, look at this. Look how cool this photo is. This is literally us. Are you serious? Look, that's me on the left. Yep, wait! Put me in that car! Look how excited that doggy is. Should be in there. So cute. I don't think it goes particularly fast. It must have some kind of seatbelt or something to stay in. Can you do the royal wave? Yes, I'm very good at it actually. I do the royal wave to everyone in Rabbitville. Yeah. As the mayor of Rabbitville, I need to know how to do a royal wave. Yeah. For some reason, I imagined you riding with stirrups as fake pedals. That would be cute. Mm. Why would you say that I was a brown noser and a tattletale in school? Excuse me. No, I was not. I just wanted to help my teachers and I like them. And if a kid did something wrong, it was of my authority to have to tell them. Okay? That's what it is. Yeah. It's of my... And you know I should have said? I would have said to the kids at school, I would have said nowadays, I would have said, respect my authority. Respect my authority. Yeah. Don't a cutie patootie knock! I think it's cool to be a good girl, Giggles. Yes! It's a truth. Good girl Giggles, they call me. Yeah. I feel like I'm still a bit of a knock now. Like, if I saw people doing something illegal, I would probably report them to the police now. Cause I feel like sometimes it needs to happen. If nobody tells them they're doing something bad, how else are they gonna know? It is the right thing to do. Yeah. She would have ratted me out. Yeah. And if you got upset, well, I would have said, well, you should have thought about that before doing the wrong thing. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would depend. Police would probably end up arresting you. I guess it would depend on what it is. Yeah. You better look away for a minute. Wait, why I look away? Okay, I look away. Yeah. Betrayal? Eh. Eh. I don't know. Yeah. Tricky, but... Call me crazy, but... I don't think... I don't know. I'm just Rabbit. And I think that, you know, it's just good to feel humble in your heart, okay? And, yeah. And maybe that's why I'm shy. Because I was maybe a bit of a tattletale. Whenever I opened my mouth as a kid, someone would be mean. Sometimes people would be a little mean to me. People were quite mean to me in school. At least I never got a swaley though. Swaley. Yeah. Or a wedgie. I don't want to get a wedgie either. That would be really upsetting. Well, no one better do that to me. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you wouldn't have wanted to protect me. You wouldn't have wanted to. Yeah. We would have been your friends. Nah, I would have been too nervous to talk to people. You know what? Sometimes I feel like it would be funny. You know, if people who were mean to me... I was talking to my sister about this, actually. Like, if people who were mean to me in school could see me now, they would think it would be, like, crazy because they acted in school like, you know, nothing I said was ever worth anything. And now, I've had people, like, drive hours and hours to just come meet me at a meet and greet. Or, like, you know, watch hours and hours of streams just hang out with me. So I guess what I say does have meaning, huh? Maybe I'm not so bad and annoying after all. Yeah. And maybe it just goes to show that their opinion isn't right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just Rabbit, really. Oh, I do like the jazzy BGM, yeah. What the heck? This was a super modded Vespa. What? They made a Vespa into Mario Kart. That's kind of crazy. Well, I know some of them have kids now. One of the girls that was really mean to me is divorced. Not that like I understand it's different for everyone to get divorced or whatever, but sucks for her. I bet it was because she was so annoying and stupid. One of them, I saw, actually, it was so weird. I saw a girl who used to be really mean to me when I was at the shops. I was looking for craft kits, actually. At Kmart or something, I think. And I saw her. I don't think she... Well, maybe she recognized me. I don't think I look that different. I definitely recognized her because she has a weird face. Like a frog-looking girl. But yeah. Yeah, we still have Kmart here. Yeah. But yeah, I saw her and I was like, Delay. Yeah, we still have Kmart. I am a little sassy. I am a little sassy, but she was mean to me. You know. And that was never mean bad. You know what would happen after school when people were mean to me? I would get in the shower, and as I was like washing my hair, I'd think like, I don't know what it is about the shower, but it always made me like think about, like, oh, this would have been such a good comeback. I'll use this next time. Like, you know, next time, Giggles, you're really gonna say something. You're gonna say something back that's like really witty and funny and something that's going to make them feel so dumb that they're never gonna want to say anything mean again. And I would like stage it. And like, imagine be like, well, you think I'm annoying? Well, just look at yourself. Just look at yourself. You look like a frog. And then I'd be like, yes, that one's so good. Remember that. Next time. Yeah. No. Kmart's kind of like just the same, it's just the same kind of stuff, but it's very dated. Like, you can tell, like, that it doesn't exist in a lot of places anymore, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I don't go in there very much. It's just because I was looking for crafty stuff. Yeah. Frog girls and rabbit girls should be friends. Well, maybe she wasn't a frog, actually. Maybe she wasn't a frog. Because frogs are too cute. She'd be a toad. Like a cane toad. She was a cane toad looking girl. That's better. Yeah. I always had this fantasy. Maybe this is bad to say. But I always had this fantasy of like... if they were mean to me, like taking my backpack off and like hitting them with it. Like swinging my backpack around and like going Wah! with all my books in it. Like I thought of that very often, actually. I guess that's what you think of in Australia because we don't have like anything like that deadly here or whatever. I just always imagine like, oh, like I wish I could, but what if I went like with my bag and went Wah! And then like if they try to get me, I'll dodge it. Like, I'll dodge like their attacks, like wah wah wah, like Matrix style dodges. Ooh, and then go wah, with no dack. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't want them their life to end, but I would want them to think again before ever messing with me. I had a fantasy at school where like I was like the patrol, and if they were like being mean to other kids, I'd be like, hey, you stop that. You go pick on someone your own size. Wah! Or I'm gonna get you. And they'll be like, oh no, it's Giggles! Oh no, run, run! As a person who didn't really understand people, I remember people saying hello to me and I didn't know them and I thought they were making fun of me. No, they're tricky. Tricky. I remember seeing kids do that in fights back in the day. Really? Kids having fights is kind of crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine actually hurting someone like that. Hello. I just wish maybe like they would never want to do it again if they finally got a taste of their own medicine. Yeah. I remember one time kids had a fight in my school, but I didn't want to look at it. I remember everyone was like having a look, and I was like, hey, hey, and I ran away because I was scared. I was like, hey, hey. And the teachers came and broke it up anyway, but it was scary because I thought I would get in trouble for watching as well. That shouldn't be happening. Yeah. Huh? You've made buddies after fighting it out? That's crazy. That's definitely a boy thing because I do not understand that at all. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Cause like, I don't know, that would hurt your heart. Yeah. That's absolutely a boy thing. Is it really how men communicate, or do guys just say that's how men communicate when it's not even true? Because I feel like that's kind of crazy. And most boys probably wouldn't do that. Yeah. I just feel like I would cry if I ever got like hit or something. You know? Because like that would really hurt and I would be really upset. You know? I feel like I would cry. And I'd be like, just stop! Just stop it! Don't hurt me! You're hurting me! Eh. Like, doesn't it hurt? Why would you want it hurt? I don't know. It's not a normal thing, but it does happen. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's like... Are you sure it's not just like a popular boy thing? Because I feel like most guys are just peaceful and they don't want to do stuff like that. Like, were some of you popular? Because that sounds like a very jock thing to do. Not like a thing that normal boys would do. Yeah. You got into a fight once, but not on your own volition. Oh, that's awful. Yeah. It's usually younger boys. Oh. Well, I didn't know that. Good stuff? Yeah. I've seen this, I don't know, all kinds of boys fought. Not all, but all kinds. And I just don't think it's true. I just don't think it's true. I didn't make any friends from a fight, but we were completely chill. It's true. No, why would you hurt each other? Yeah. I just feel like if I was a boy, I wouldn't. It's kind of fake in my opinion. It's less common than normal, but it happens. I would really hate to be a boy. That sounds like it sucks, like having to pretend to be like violent or like you have to be strong to be cool and whatever. Like that would suck. I would hate that so much. Please don't feel like you have to be like that around here, guys. Yeah. I just feel like it would suck. Yeah, I mean, it's probably fun for some people, but not for most. I feel like for most people it would be scary. Mostly everyone I fought with, we stayed enemies for lack of a better word. Yeah. Well, it sucks. No. You don't have to be strong and cool. I feel like maybe I'm too much of an autistic woman to be wooed by that. Like, I don't really care very much about that. It kind of just seems a little like barbaric and mindless to me. Not that I would look down upon you, but like you wouldn't come like higher in my rankings. You know, I think it's more like a thing that impresses other guys than impresses women, or at least it doesn't impress me. Yeah. Yeah. Women love clowns, actually. What? Clowns? Clowns. Well, I like funny. I like people that are funny. Does that count? I don't know. Like, for me, the most important thing is that that you have a kind heart and that you like animals. No, I'm not ranking Champyons. It's not like that. Not really. Okay, I promise it's not like that. No, that doesn't mean I'd be looking down on them. I don't like... One thing that someone does, I don't equate that to their whole personality at all. I just don't see anyone as better for that. Yeah. But liking animals is very important for me. Yeah. Even if you don't have pets, just if you like animals. If you play along when I'm being autistic, like you're like, oh, Giggles, little man like to talk, like you talk to little man and whatnot, like just stuff like that. Like you talk to little man too. And that you are interested in my you are like interested in like, it doesn't have to be interested in what I'm interested in, but like you are interested in listening to what I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? You want to listen to me be passionate about something. Yeah, you weren't trying to be cool. Oh, I didn't think that one bit. I didn't think that one bit. No, I didn't think that. No. I already think you're cool, Champy. I already think you're cool. And I know you weren't trying to be. You were just talking about stuff. Yeah. But yeah. But I think the thing that's hardest to me is that people like think it's funny if animals get hurt, or like if they don't like animals. Yeah. Yeah. So I speak Japanese, a little bit, but I can understand more than I can speak, and I can read it. So yeah, it's weird. How people treat animals is a good litmus test. Yes. But I hope I didn't upset anyone. I hope no one's upset at me. Hello. Yeah. And I hope I didn't make anyone upset. Yeah. You got really mad at some kids throwing rocks at ducks once. Oh my goodness. You know what? The only time I think I would ever get violent is if I see someone hurting an animal. I would absolutely get violent. Absolutely. Or if they were being mean, I would absolutely, like, I feel like all of my ability to have composure would... Oh my goodness. Yeah, good, yell at them. That's horrible. That's horrible, Champy. That's like traumatizing to see. I'm so sorry, but good on you for saying something. Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. Are insects included? It depends. I would much rather someone get an insect and take it outside than just squish it. For most insects, if it's something that like is dangerous, then I can understand though. Especially if you have animals in the house. Like for example, sometimes if there's spiders, especially around little man, I will kill them. I don't like to, but it's protective. I want to protect my baby rabbit, and I think if you were doing it to like try to protect yourself or an animal or me, like I would be like, okay, that's reasonable. Yeah. Well, some spiders are alright. Yeah. Yeah. I'll also get mosquitoes because mosquitoes can hurt rabbits too. Yeah. I try to be careful about them as well. Yeah. Yeah, we have ladybugs here. I don't think we have fireflies though. But I might be wrong, but I don't think we do. Yeah, you got bit by a black widow once? Oh my goodness, that's horrible. I've definitely got bitten by spiders before, but weirdly I've never caught the spider. I've just like found the bite and been like, that's definitely a spider bite. It happens a lot in the summer. It's happened a bit recently actually. I've gotten bites on me and I'm like, that's definitely a spider bite, but I can't find the spider. I will free the spiders, but I will kill the mosquitoes and cockroaches on sight. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. Well, ladybugs are cute. Yeah. Yeah, mosquitoes are tricky. I always get weird when I see a moth. Like, I don't know. Moths always show up at weird times for me. Like, whenever I'm upset about something or angry, for some reason a moth always shows up, and I don't know why. But maybe that's just me being, like, weird and seeing patterns in something that has no patterns. I like the moth faces close up. I think they're kind of cute. Hello. Yeah. Does little man play bite me? He has before. He gives me a kiss. He gives me a kissy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. But I'm like, oh dang it, there's a moth again. Like, I always look for a moth if I'm upset, because for some reason they're always around. Like, in pivotal moments. They're always around. And I don't know why that happens. But yeah, maybe again, maybe I'm seeing patterns and nothing. Yeah. Your cat's chewing wheat outside. Oh, sugar kitty. Yeah, but little man gave me a kiss. He like nibbles on my shirt a little bit, but like he doesn't like chew it. But he sometimes he would do like a little nibble, but not enough to like, you know, do anything like that. Little lady would play bite me sometimes. As like a little trick. Especially, I think she would do it a lot accidentally before, if she's hungry or if she like wanted a treat. She would give me a little nibble and I'd be like, ow, little lady, that hurt. And she'd be like, oh, sorry. Like she'd get upset, like she'd feel bad. Yeah. That the same thing happens to me, but it's roaches? Wait, really? That's so strange. I've never seen fireworks when it's not dark. I guess they just don't have them at that time. We don't really have like fireworks that you can set off here, so it's like less of a thing. Flying guys spook me and drive me nuts in general, but I try my best to ignore them. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, sometimes it's tricky when they're flying fellows because they're a bit scary. Yeah. Oh, brave. Brave. Wait, let me check on my Pikmin today. Excuse me. I just want to check on my Pikmin. Okay. Yeah. Hey, my Pikmin. My Pikmin. I like Pikmin. You guys like Pikmin too? Yeah. Okay. Let me just get a pop. Yes. You're right, Pikmin too. Pikmin too good too. Yeah, truth. Truth. You're playing. Okay, I'm getting my Pikmin. There's a Pikmin mod, really? That's so cool. That sounds exciting too. I'm excited for you to have your Pikmin. Yeah. And that's the truth. Gigo Pikmin! I can't wait to play more Pikmin. Any good Pikmin recently? Well, I have a brass band and an orchestra Pikmin that's come out, and there's ice cream Pikmin too. Yes, I am gonna craft another one. It was just rainy, so I couldn't get any red dirt, but I will get some, maybe when it kind of dries up a little bit. Or I guess I could just try it myself. Because I do want to make another Pikmin soon. I want to make a yellow one and maybe a rock one. Yeah. Because I have, I think, 2 more... Oh wait, I only have 1 more plant pot left. Yeah. So I guess I'll use that one. Yeah. Will I make it on stream? I mean, I could, but I don't want it to be boring for you guys. Because you've already seen me make Pikmin. I mean, if it's not too boring, I would like to give it a go. Yeah, for the original trio. Wait guys, give me a second. I gotta tinkle. Sorry. I'll be right back. Hello. Hello. Whoa, that's a cool mod. Yeah. Hi. Hello. I realized I didn't even have any coffee yet, really. I only had a few sips in my coffee cup. Yeah, no scattering, no scattering. I don't really like these coffees though. I don't like this taste. It's too earthy tasting. I don't like these. It tastes like dirt. They're fine, I guess. They're just not as good. I don't know. Not good. Yucky, yucky. Yeah, but about the Pikmin pop, I feel like it would be really fun to do it, but it might be tricky because it'd be fun but tricky because I don't know. I don't like to do the same thing twice. But I guess I could do something yesterday as well. Sorry, not yesterday. I could do something as well at the same time. But this week I have an idea. You know, remember how I was gonna do the pearl bead thing, guys? I need to get a different. It's really annoying. So the pearl bead like place mat thingies, the things that you place the beads onto, they're like the most reflective things that to ever exist for some reason. So we need to get one that isn't. And I don't know like where I can even get one that's like maybe just one that's like plain white. Hang on, let me see if I can find any. Because I was really disappointed. I have a whole ton of beads, but yeah. What's it called? Mat? Is that what it's called? Like a mat? Cause they have like white ones that look good, but yeah, I don't know. Tricky. Can I paint it? Really? With a matte color? Wait, that's smart. But I would worry because you have to put an iron on it. And that might be bad for the beads. If I'm going to put anything like that on it. Oh, at Kmart it looks like they have them. But are those clear or are those... I can't tell. You could put fabric over it. But if I'm placing the beads, because it needs to be able to fit into those little peggy bits, I can't really pop. Yeah, I can't really pop. I mean, I could probably see if it could be sealed somehow. Maybe that would be good. You could wear a mask. But then I wouldn't be able to have my model tracking on because I need my face to be able to track the model. Yeah. I'll figure something out. Hopefully I'll be able to do it next week though, but I'm sorry, that's why I ended up doing the coloring because I set up for the pearl bead thing and everything and then I was like, oh wait, this is like tricky. But it's okay. I'll be able to figure it out just fine, so don't worry. I should be good this week to do it. I could even get maybe some spray paint that's matte and use that instead. Yeah, I enjoyed the coloring too. I think it was fun for that day. But I do want to do the pearl bead pops. As well. I could buy I could buy something or have a look in the shops today after the doctor. Because I gotta go to the doctor. Well, I probably should start getting ready in about 15 minutes for the doctor. And there's a shop near it, so I can have a looky poo. Yeah. Yeah, surely there's heat resistance paints. That should be fine. Like, I think it wouldn't be a big deal, even if they were as they were, but I have, like, I get anxious, so I always check everything. And it's not because it's like, oh, I'm so ugly, I would, my whole life as a VTuber would be over. I think you guys would actually, I don't know, you guys would be like, oh, wait, she looks exactly the same. But like, I don't know. It's about like being Giggles. Wanting to stay as Giggles. You know what I mean? You know? Hope that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I hope like seeing my hands didn't ruin anything for you even. Yeah. And because I was really nervous about that. You guys seeing my paws. It was something I didn't ever think I would do, but a lot of things that I like to do end up just showing them. And I think as long as I'm not like just having my hands there for the hell of it, like I'm actually doing something with them. And I put my camera so you only see my hands. Some people like show like the whole like half of their body, which by the way, that's on purpose because you can easily set up a camera so it just shows your desk. So just saying. It's very easy to make your camera just show your desk, and it's actually way simpler to do that than making it show your body. Yeah. You think my hands are pretty? Yeah. You think so? Yeah. Tricky. Yeah. I think it's okay as long as I'm doing something that, like, is necessary. I could be a hand model? No, silly. Silly. Not with my bitten fingers. Yeah. Well, not with my old bitten fingers. Yeah, but thank you very much for the kindness. But I was so worried. I'm like, wait, what if this ruins how you see me? You just think I'm like this weird little thing. Eh. It's a new fad? Oh, really? Okay, awesome. No, I don't. I don't know. I've been told by some of the girls, like, you know, if you guys ever did see me, like, you would be maybe a little surprised that, because I'm not like, you know. When the silly girls saw me for the first time, they were like, oh well, like, you look so much better than me. I thought. I don't know what they meant by that. Like, do I sound like I'm really ugly or something? I hope not. I remember that someone always used to say that I sounded fat. That like, I bet Kiki's fat. She sounds so fat. And it's like, what? I hope now at this point you guys know I'm not fat. After this time, I hope, I would be thinking like, what? No, I'm not. But like, I didn't want to say anything. I sound like a cute dog. Well, according to the ladies, I don't even look like a dog. I do have glasses though. I do wear glasses the same as these ones. I love my glasses because they help me see. They help me see. I was so mad when having fake glasses was a thing. You know when people used to wear fake glasses, like the fake black frames? And it was a trend. I'm like, stolen valor. How could you? I was called 4 Eyes. And for what? For them to be worn as a trend? Nah. Take them off. Okay, I need glasses. Yeah. Kindness. Yeah. You're cute with and without them. Well, I don't need to wear them all the time. Like, I can go out and like be able to see even if I have them. But you know, I wear fake glasses. No, I feel like as a teacher that makes sense because people will think you're more studious. You know, like, you gotta listen to this guy. He's got glasses on. Yeah. But it is funny though, like, imagine if people walked around with like fake canes or something. Yeah, I used to wear contacts a little bit, cause I did dance. If you're doing ballet and you have glasses and you're whipping your head around in pirouettes, it's pretty hard because you do this thing called spotting in ballet, where the trick is so you don't get dizzy while you're doing a pirouette. You look straight as your body turns, but you continue to look like you try to have your head forward and straight as long as you can, until you get to a point where you turn, you can't, and then you have to really quickly go and like turn your head, like really quick, and then that way it makes you feel a little bit less dizzy while you're doing a pirouette, yeah. If you're doing that with glasses, your glasses can easily like fall off. Yeah. I also did like calisthenics and stuff. So like if you're doing like calisthenics, well, like I did like floor gymnastics, not straight up gymnastics, but just like what you would do on floor, like acrobatics, I suppose. If you do that and you have glasses on as well, your glasses are just going to fall off. So yeah. That's why. So yes, I did wear contacts for a little bit because of that. And I would put them in for dance and then I would take them out because they dried my eyes out a lot. They would really dry out my eyes terribly. And it was really bad, really filly. Yeah, I didn't like it. Cartwheel flips? You mean an aerial? I can do an aerial, or I could. I don't know if I still can. I haven't tried in a long time. Maybe. I don't know. I think it would be fun to do a stream where I try it in 3D or something. Give it a go. Or something. Eh. But I'm just rabbit, really. I don't know. Eh. You sound like you dance. No, I couldn't explain that. Well, I don't dance anymore. But I did dance for well over a decade. I started just before I was, just before I turned 3. So I was 2 when I started dance, and I did it pretty seriously. Specifically ballet. I did a lot of ballet. So it'd be fun to do a stream where I show you guys. I still remember a lot of my routines actually, because they kind of get drilled into your head. So it would be very fun to try. Yeah. I have the robo cap thingy, and I actually have to get it set up because for something. So I'll have them set up at some point soon anyway. Yeah. So I'd really like to get that try and show you guys too, and I can show all my ballet. Yeah. And the great thing with the RoboCap is doesn't seem like you really need to constantly like you don't need to constantly recalibrate in the same way that other trackers do. Are you still flexible? I'm not as flexible as I was, but I'm still very flexible. I mean, I can still do the splits and stuff. My back in particular is extremely flexible. Yeah. Yeah. Eh. But yeah. If it I'll prove it someday. Yeah. If you need proof I'm flexible, just ask the cat girls. I showed them some of the stuff I can do and they were like, what the heck? They were kind of shook. They were like, what the heck? That's terrifying. How do you do that? I know that guy on YouTube Shorts who does the insane stretches. And I'd like to get better at that too. Eh? Why? Why not? What's wrong with being flexible? It's kind of tricky though because like I can like it's kind of bad though because like as you get older, if you're flexible, you do get more sore. Because especially if you're naturally flexible, but I was never naturally flexible. I had to try really hard when I was a kid to get there. I was always very jealous of the girls that could naturally do it because I just couldn't. I had to try really hard. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you're stretching. Like, never just try to do the splits and never just try to like do a stretch. The way that you get good at stretching is you need to do it very like slowly. Because especially your hamstrings, they can snap if you're not careful. Like you have to be like, they're like elastic bands, and you need to slowly with time like, you know, stretch it instead of just trying to do it all at once. Because yeah, you can really hurt yourself and like really bad. So be careful. Yeah, it's a progressive thing. Yeah, try do it a little bit a day. Like if you want to get more flexible, like just try and do like one stretch a day for like 5 minutes. And that's better than nothing. I remember my dance teacher would tell us, if you're watching TV or something, try to like practice your splits at the TV, and just to continue to do it while you're on break so you don't lose it. And I would do that at the TV, and stuff. But yeah, it was tricky. Yeah. But it's good for you, and there are old, like, really old people that could still stretch. So you never think that you're too old. You're never too old to start. You just have to maybe be a little bit more careful, but Even if you weren't a very flexible kid, you can still try to get flexible. Even when you're older, it's still possible. So don't be discouraged if it's something you won't try. Because it's good for you. It's good for your body. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, staying consistent is important. What do they say? It takes like over 2 weeks of doing something daily to create a routine, and then it gets easier. Do you gotta just like try like a little bit, just a little bit every day, and then eventually it will become a routine and it will be easier. But take rest if you need it too. Yeah. Yeah. My hands are arthritic, and in fact, I am old and busted. Wait, what? You're not old and busted for having arthritis. That's not your fault you have arthritis. No, not your fault. Someday I'll get arthritis too, probably. My mom's got terrible arthritis. How do you even get arthritis? Do you just have to like... It's just a thing that happens. If I move my fingers around enough, will I not get it? Or if I move my fingers around too much, will I get it? Or is there no helping it? Do I train every day? Me? No. No. I do it like every other day. Yeah. It's genetic. Really? Dang it. That means I'm gonna get it probably. That sucks. But you know, I feel like it would be really fun to do giggle yoga someday. We could do yoga together, guys. Relaxation. I could show you guys and you guys can get, you know, you guys can try with me. Yeah. Thank you for following me. I would do it easy enough so anyone can do it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a Wii, no, but I did have Wii Fit. Oh, actually, no, I do have a Wii, but I don't have it hooked up to my PC. Yeah. You cannot touch your toes? That's okay. You can start at any point. Yeah, you used to do yoga with your mom as a kid? Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Maybe take omega-3 and vitamins and minerals. Yeah. Make sure you don't even have arthritis. Yeah. But yeah. No, I could do like a beginners. I could do a beginners and then I could do an intermediate. So if you think you could do a little bit more of a try, then you can give it a go, maybe. Okay? Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah. So we can give it a go, okay? So no matter what you're at, you can always give it a go. Yeah. This is me when I have my vitamin. I have vitamin. Yeah. That means vitamins. No, I forgot about the creatine, but thank you for reminding me. I'll have it off the stream before I go. I should be getting ready now, but I have to like be there in 15 minutes. I thought I'd have longer to stream. My bad for being tired and having trouble getting out of bed. I don't wanna go. Cause I'm rabbiting. Well, the doctor always late anyway. She always late. Ow, that was my neck. Wait, guys, listen. Listen. Everyone, stop and listen to my joints cracking right now. Wait, I already cracked my fingers. Ooh. That was my neck. The other side's already cracked. That was my elbow. These are my toes. Come on. That was my toe. Listen, I can just crack my big toe, listen. Ew. Ew. Yeah. Well, it cracked again. Yeah. I cracked my toe. Ew. Ew. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. Guys, my toe won't stop cracking. Stop. Okay, well. Okay. I see you guys later then, okay? I've got to go now, but I hope that you had a fun day today and a good dream. Okay? Yeah. And wish me good luck. Okay? And even though I'm shy and you're a little shy, it's gonna be okay in the end, okay? And I see you later. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. But you know, I got things to do, I got places to see, so... Well, I better get going now, but... I'll see you tomorrow, okay? See you tomorrow, everyone. Hey, bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Hey?